Hello again, and welcome to High Ground Financial Freedom Advanced Courses. Okay, so this is the fourth class, and I just want to say thank you for sticking with me this long. Hopefully, you're getting something out of this. Like I said, it's not for the faint of heart, but if you've already gone through 1, 2, and 3, you should be in a nice flow of things, and we're going to keep this thing moving. So, today we're going to be covering that infamous credit score. And here's the thing, there's no way around not using it. Credit score is vital for your financial security. So we're going to go right in and make sure you have a full understanding of everything there is to do with a credit score. So the agenda for today, we're going to talk about various aspects of the credit score, starting with what they are, why they matter. We'll also discuss how to build an excellence credit score. I didn't even know at one point there was an 850. We're going to build this from scratch, help you improve your existing credit score and maintain a healthy credit profile. So let's get right into it. So why do we need to understand our credit scores? So here's the thing. Number one, they indicate your financial health. Number two, they affect your ability to secure loans, credit cards, and something as simple as a rental agreement. And number three, understanding your credit score is the first step toward getting a better credit management program going for yourself. So they all correlate together. And again, there's nowhere around this. I know some other countries, credit scores don't matter, but we're not in another country. We're in the United States of America. And here they do matter. So, what is a credit score? And I'm going to read this for you. It is a numerical representation of your credit worthiness ranging from 300 to 850 points. So, do I need to really paint a picture about which one is better or worse? No. We know that 300 is definitely going to be worse than the 850. So, moving on to the importance of having a good or excellent credit score, they both play a significant role in your financial life. A higher credit score increases your chances of getting approved for loans with better interest rates, while a lower credit score can limit your options and increase costs. A lot of times people think someone's discriminating against them because something costs more for them. Well, here's the thing, your credit score has a lot to do with. If you have a 450 or a 500 credit score and someone has an 800, they're going to get better rates on a lot of different things. The same home is not going to cost the same because they're going to get a better interest rates because of that credit score. So how do we calculate these credit scores? There's a lot of different variables, and we're going to go one by one. You have these companies called TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Write that down. TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. These are the three credit bureaus that base your credit score on 5 different things. The first one is your credit history. You have to have a credit history. That is going to help figure out what your score is. The second one is your payment history of that credit history. How are you making your payments? How well is it going? The amount that you owe, the length of credit history, whether you've had credit for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. And the fifth one, the type of new inquiries that are out there. So if you're getting ready to purchase a home, you will definitely hear people say, do not buy anything new. Don't open up any new credit cards. Don't do anything that's going to mess with this loan. So those are the 5 things that are taken into consideration by, again, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian when looking at how your credit score is calculated. So we're going to continue with this calculating the credit score. And there's 2 things out there, and it's called the soft and the hard credit inquiry. So your soft credit inquiry, that's when you want to just take a look at it. You're just trying to get some information on where your credit score is. It's not going to affect anything. If you're going to a store, let's say purchasing a cell phone, and depending on the cell phone company, some may just do a soft credit pull. Again, they just want information about your credit. Now, a hard credit inquiry, that's when you're going to go in deep. That's for your mortgages. That's for car loans, any major purchase, okay? Sometimes even sign up for new services, again, cell phones. I know when I went to Verizon one time, they pulled my credit. So again, it just depends on if it's a soft credit inquiry or a soft credit pull or hard credit inquiry or hard credit pull, where it's going to affect your credit. The rule of thumb, if there's a risk of someone losing something, then there may be a hard credit pull. Again, buying a home, car, internet service, cell phone, personal loan, and you guessed it, that great, beautiful credit card. And that's the big one, okay? Your credit score is going to take a hit because it's a hard credit pull. So let's talk about starting with no credit history. Like, you're brand new to it, 18 years old, and you have no credit, but you want to build your credit. Is it possible to build that? It is. So in this area, I'm going to share some strategies for establishing credit effectively, because you want to start out doing things the right way. I wish I had this class a long time ago. So if you're starting with no credit, consider applying for a secured credit card or becoming an authorized user on someone else's account. You can also consider a credit builder loan or something simpler like Experian Boost. So I don't know if you've seen the commercials with John Cena. You know, it's going boost with this cow. So here's the thing. With Experian Boost, you can do something that no one has ever done before. You can actually take your rent payments and your utility payments, and if those are good, you can actually put that history into your credit report. That's going to help build it up. Keep your credit utilization low. Try to keep your credit card balances below 30% of your credit limit. So whatever that limit is, keep it low. What I like to do is I like to pay mine off monthly. If I use my credit card, I try to knock it out before that interest hits. Don't apply for too much credit at one time. Each hard inquiry can slightly lower your score. So you want to spread out those applications depending on what it is that you need. Another thing you want to do is monitor your credit reports. You can get a free copy of your credit report from this place called annualcreditreport.com. So go to annualcreditreport.com, and I'll actually post it up in here so you can see it. Go there and download your credit report once a year. And finally, when you want to build your credit report, what do you think I'm going to say? You want to have patience and stay consistent. Here's the thing. Building a strong credit history takes time and consistent, responsible financial behavior, and you're going to get there. So if you follow those steps, that's going to help you build an effective credit score. So let's talk about secured credit cards. I just mentioned, getting a secured credit card to start building that credit. Or what is that? So I know Navy Federal has one. Most credit unions, most banks have one. So you start an account, you start a savings account or a checking account, depending on which one it is. Let's say your balance is $500. So you can go in and get you a secured credit card for that $500. And so that's going to be your credit limit. But that's going to help you build credit responsibly, because you know that you have X amount of dollars in this account. So then you're not going to be able to go over that. But again, it's a regular credit card. So when you're using that regular credit card for whatever purchases, as long as you're paying it off and as long as you're keeping it under that 30%, you're going to be okay. It's going to build your credit. So let's talk about some tips, for establishing your credit. So let's say you already got credit and you want to keep that thing going good. Here's the thing. Being responsible, using your responsibility is the key to make it grow. Make payments on time, keep balances low, and avoid unnecessary debt. So those consistent good habits will help you strengthen your credit score, again, over time. This is not something that's going to happen quick. Creditors want to see that you have some staying power, that you're responsible. Well, you can't be responsible if it's only 6 months in and you're thinking your credit score is going to be 850. Again, there's a lot of variables that goes into that credit score, and time is one of them. So what about the people that already have one established? If you already have a credit score, there are several strategies that you can implement to improve it. I just talked about a couple of them. It's the same exact thing. You want to review your credit report to identify areas where you can improve. Look for those missed payments. Watch out for the high credit utilization or those old accounts that can be addressed to raise your score. What you want to do with those, you want to have those removed. Excuse me. And get your credit report. Again, you want to go to those companies, that TransUnion, that Experian, that Equifax. Annualcreditreport.com has all of them. So you can actually see all of them at once. You want to go in and look very close at your credit report and identify any incorrect accounts. Check to make sure the balances are good, incorrect dates. Okay, gather all the documents for anything that you have. Let's say if you have something on there that you don't agree with, get all those documents, all the evidence, and then talk to the credit companies. You can actually write them. You can file a dispute with the credit bureau. They will actually go in and look at it. Okay, trust me, I've done this numerous times, helped a lot of people. You want to have an investigation done. Now, that investigation is going to take about 30 to 45 days. It's not going to be something that's super quick. But as long as you provide them with the information, it's going to make things a lot smoother. And then based on those results, you can go in and say, hey, look, this didn't happen or this didn't happen. There's companies out there that will help you fight this. I know Legal Shield is one of them. I can help you with that. So reach out and let me know. You have a law firm at your fingertips. They will actually help you get your credit squared away. But here's the thing. A lot of the stuff that you would pay for in these different companies, you can actually do yourself. There's a lot of credit repair companies out there. But again, a lot of this stuff you can do yourself. ChatGPT it. Use that. You can do a lot of this stuff. And you want to watch out for these companies that promise a whole bunch of things, because that could be a scam. So those are red flags. You want to be careful with that. And a few things to think about: if you close an account, it doesn't mean it's going to come off your report. A lot of times people say, well, I'll close this credit card out, and it's still on there. Just because you close the account does not mean that it's going to be removed from your credit report. All right, so you know what time it is. Let's do that 4 in and 8 out. Now, if you just jump forward to this class number 4, all right, shame on you. But what I like to do when I'm teaching these classes is a lot of information. And I like for people to take 4 breaths in and 8 out. So 4 in deep and 8 out. That kind of just clears your mind so we can continue to focus on this class. All right, moving forward. So let's talk about paying off debt strategically. At this point, you got to go back to number 1 if you haven't seen number 1, 2, and 3. Because we really get into talking about budgeting, and the whole budgeting thing just rolls right into paying off debt. So one thing that I did mention last time was the snowball and the avalanche. Well, in this instance, we're going to use the snowball method because we want to prioritize those high interest debts first. Okay. The snowball method, that's all about paying off high interest rates first. This is going to help you save money. And the big one is it's going to help you improve your score. So consider strategies like the snowball method, where you tackle the small debts first. And I promise you, when you tackle those small ones first, you're going to get those quick wins. And those quick wins are going to keep you motivated. Now, again, I'll talk about this in my 2nd and 3rd class. So go back to those if you just jump to the 4th one. All right. So moving on. So we're going to start talking about these pitfalls. Okay. Avoiding common credit pitfalls. So what are these pitfalls? You want to be aware of common things like late payments, excessive credit applications, and maxed out credit cards. A lot of times when people get credit, they want to go all in and see what they can get. And it's very exciting because you're not seeing that green money, that paper money moving back and forth, but it's actually moving. Okay, it's just digital. So you want to be wary of those excessive credit applications all at one time. I want to get the cell phone. I want to get this TV. I got a JCPenney's card. I got this card. I got this card. And I just want to go get stuff. I understand the society we're in. It's all about stuff. But again, right now we're talking about building that credit score and maintaining that credit score. If you already have one, we definitely want to do that. So be wary of these pitfalls. Stay away from them. So once you build or improve your credit score, it's essential that you maintain it. So let's talk about how we're going to do that. So regular monitoring your credit report. I already told you annualcreditreport.com is going to give it to you. You have to take it. And depending on where you're at, I know mine can come out to about 6 pages. Okay, it's a lot to look at on there. You're going to have to track it. You're going to have to take a look at it. There's no ifs, ands, there's no way around this. Financial literacy, all of this stuff that we're doing takes energy and it takes time. There are many services that offer free credit reports other than annualcreditreport.com. So take advantage of these tools. Sometimes it can be a part of a credit card company. There's companies out there that will actually show you your credit score. If you're looking at their information, you go to their website, you can see your credit score, you can order your credit report. Take advantage of it if it's out there. I apologize, I had to grab a quick drink of water, so I'm back. So let's talk about the impacts of on-time payments. So making payments on time is crucial for maintaining a healthy credit score. Your payment history accounts are a significant portion of your credit score calculation. So what you want to do is prioritize those payments. Now, here's the thing. Every credit card company, whether it's one of the major ones, the Visa, MasterCard, Amex, American Express, or just a regular old store card, JCPenney's, okay, whatever, they're going to give you a schedule that's going to work for them. The way their schedule works is going to maximize that interest rate and allow them to make more money. So if you want to double up on your payments each month, or if you want to overpay that minimum payment, that's okay as well. And when I say double up, you can split it up. You can pay part on the 15th and you can pay a little bit on the 30th, okay? And it still be the same balance. That's actually going to still decrease that score. And hopefully at this point, you are taking full advantage of that first class and that debt tracker I gave you. If you didn't knock that out, you need to go do some push-ups right now, like about 800 of them, and then stop the video and then go back and knock out that first class. Because none of this stuff is going to make sense if you're just trying to jump ahead. So let's not do that. So now, keeping that credit score low. So you want to aim to keep your credit utilization below 30%. This means not using more than 30% of your available credit at any given time. There are some reasons that you would, and that's when we can get into later talking about purchasing homes, and I'll talk about that in another class. But what this is going to show, if you're keeping it low, it's going to show lenders that you're responsible. Again, it's all about being responsible. People are going to be in your business. If you're using somebody else's money, then they're going to be in your business on how well you are spending, okay? Or if you're overspending. If you can't manage a credit card, they're not going to lend you money. So then let's talk about this thing called having some fun with this, okay? Because we don't want to make this a menial task, because if it becomes a menial task, you're not going to want to do it. So let's take a close look at some creative ways to manage your credit. I like to gamify things. I love using my cell phone. That's why I have this app right here that you're on right now. But like your budget, gamify your credit management. Set achievable goals, and then you want to reward yourself, whether that's a coffee, whether that's, hey, knocking out another gym session, making yourself feel good. You don't want this to become so sickening. It's like, man, I got to go look at this thing. I got to look at this credit report, because you're going to put it down and you're not going to pick it up, and you're definitely not going to engage when it's time to talk to TransUnion, Equifax, or Experian. You're not going to put the energy into it. So have fun with it. It's your credit score. It's a living, breathing thing. Have fun with it. And the big one, once you get things going, you have to reward yourself. Don't just say, well, this is a task, I just need to knock it out. Reward yourself. Humans love to celebrate. Celebrate yourself for knocking this out, because a lot of people don't do it. And that's why our economy is booming, because people don't practice good credit management. So let's talk about these apps. Like I stated before in the last class, you have a plethora of apps out there. You want to leverage that technology. Many apps can help you track your score, remind you of the payment dates, and other personalized tips. So if you use these apps, the only thing that can happen is it's going to improve. It's going to get better. Can't get worse. So take advantage of the apps. Again, you have the High Ground Financial Freedom app, where you can track your spending habits and you can journal. If you're following that journaling and tracking your spending habits, I promise you, you go back and look at that data, is going to make you get better. And once you get better, your credit score is going to go up. And let's go back to that accountability partner. I know this is all about, hey, I want to keep my business to myself sometimes. But at the end of the day, when you connect with other people in the community, other people are going to see that. You might inspire and motivate somebody else. And then when you hear people saying, hey, great job, that's going to motivate you to keep going. So share it on the Freedom community. Let people know, hey, look, my credit score just went up this. I'm doing this. Talk about it on the community. Share. It's not about boasting or trying to be better than somebody else. You're just trying to be better than yourself each and every day. Okay. Now, as we close, I want you to think about this. This is a journey. Building and improving your credit is not something that's going to happen overnight. It takes time and it takes effort. But you can make it fun by using that cell phone, gamifying it, rewarding yourself. By understanding credit, employing responsible strategies, and using these credit tips I just gave you, you can achieve your financial goals. So here's your action steps to take. I want you to go to annualcreditreport.com and I want you to order all 3 of your credit reports and check them for accuracy. Sit down, write it out, check them for accuracy, and make sure everything's squared away. So that is your action step for this. And then we'll talk about this some more in the next class. So I hope you enjoy this class. I hope you have a great day. God bless. And as always, let's continue to get that financial freedom. And let's all eat at the same time. Take care and God bless.